All right, so the dough I finished the 4 sets of stretch and folds last night, and then I went to bed. The dough rested on the counter overnight and did its bulk fermentation. That's its first proof. So it rose, it doubled in size. The way we can tell that it's ready when we look at it is because it's doubled in size. It's got nice bubbles all the way through it. Let me see if I can get a good shot of this. There's a slight dome to the top of it. It's not completely flat or sunken in. See, it's just kind of risen up from the sides. And you can see that it's got some bubbles at the top. And, oh yeah, that's a good bubble. And when you jiggle it, it's a little jiggly, but it's not like, soupy. So those are all the signs that it is ready to shape. So what we're gonna do is on a clean counter, you either take it out of its bowl or its bucket. I just kind of get it started on one side, and then it should sort of just fall out. There. And see, then the bucket is kind of clean. That's a good sign that the dough did its thing. It looks so pretty laying there. All right, so the first thing you do is, let me just move this a little bit. You're gonna wanna just give it a little bit of shape. It's called a bench rest. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna just take some of it and they always say dough remembers. So like if you're wanting to do it in like a circle, then you're gonna wanna start in a circle, but I'm doing it in a loaf shape. So it's okay if I get it in an oblong, like an oval. So this is what you do for the first thing. You just fold it over onto itself, kind of gives it a little bit of structure. And then you've got your bench scraper. And see how the dough isn't sticking to my hands either? It's like just a tiny bit, but it's not like overly sticky. I have this little thing which just has flour in it, and I'll just do a little bit of that. And then I flip it over. And then you just let it rest there for about 10 minutes. It just kind of, I don't know what it does. I think it just relaxes the gluten or something. So we'll do the next one. And this one, so that one we're gonna make into a loaf. Just a plain loaf. And this one we're gonna add cinnamon to, because I wanted to show you that you can make bread that's either sweet or savory. You can add in inclusions to your dough, and you can either do it after the first, oh, look at that bubble. After the bulk rise, you can add in your inclusions, or you can do it during your stretch and folds. If it's, this is all kind of technical stuff, but if it's something like the cinnamon bits that I'm using, I would want to do it after the bulk fermentation because otherwise it sits in the wet dough for so long that it can add extra moist. Like the cinnamon will almost melt and then it'll all get nasty. But if you're adding in like chocolate chips, or if you've done something and you've traded out some of the water initially and you've added in orange juice and now you're adding in craisins, then I would do that. I would have done that last night and let it sit overnight and rise with that in it. So just so you know what we're doing here. All right, so with this one, let me make sure you can see it. Okay, so with this one, instead of getting it ready for a bench rest like this, we're gonna start adding the inclusions in. So what I'm gonna just do is kind of stretch it out like this. These bubbles are beautiful. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of pour them on like this. And then we're just gonna kind of let that rest for a couple minutes.